So I know absolutely nothing about Indiana Jones, and so I'm going to be watching it for the first time and then reviewing it. Pretty much the only thing I know is that is like based from the Lego game on the Wii. I know there's like a guy who wears a hat and he whips things, I think, and it's Harrison Ford. So, but that's pretty much it. But first, I gotta go find a place to watch it. So, where should I go?
Man, I'm so glad I have this computer to watch stuff on before I review them.
The computer to watch things before reviewing them on. That gives me an idea. Wait, but how can I get Cademan to stop using it? This will work. Perfect.
Oh man, I told Charles I would help him clean the bathrooms.
Well, now that he's gone, I can watch Indiana Jones for the first time. Alright, here we go. Oh, well, that was a good movie. Now time to go do the review. Hello everyone, my name is Eric Miller, or as Hermione Granger likes to call me, Professor Squiggles, and welcome to the Eccentric Academy. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing Indiana Jones, so let's get into it. So I guess the first question is, did I like it? And the answer is yes and no. I think in general the movie was good, but it just wasn't as like spectacular as I was expecting it to be. I think I kind of went into it expecting like the most grand, amazing movie, and it really wasn't that. Um, it was fun to it was fun to watch, but it wasn't anything that I would necessarily like. I would never say that it's like the most incredible thing I've ever seen or anything like that. Uh, if someone asked me if I would recommend it, I'd probably say sure you can watch it. It's not going to be like the most amazing thing, but um, yeah. So let's get into what I did like and then what I didn't like. So I have to say I really liked the opening scene where it introduces us to Indiana Jones in the beginning. I think that it's done really well because it works as a really good hook, but it also technically doesn't even really actually matter to the story at all. Like you could take this scene out of the movie and just skip to Indiana Jones as a professor, and it wouldn't really change anything because nothing here that happens really applies to the plot at all of the movie going forward. But I think that that would kind of make it less interesting as of a hook, and also this is a much cooler way to introduce Indiana Jones. So it's it's a really cool opening. I really liked it, so I guess I'll give it a point for that. I actually just remembered that the opening also at the end of the opening. That sounds like a weird thing to say at the end of the opening. It also introduces Indiana Jones' snake phobia, which comes back later in the movie. So I guess it kind of serves a point, but um, I feel like it could still work even if you didn't have that. part in there where he sees the snake and freaks out in the plane. I think my favorite thing about the movie was the action sequences. They were all done really well. I think uh, my favorite one is the one where he just finds Marion and they're fighting the bad guys in her bar house thing. I think that scene is done really well. I really like the angles and stuff, which of course it's Steven Spielberg, so it's kind of what you expect. But yeah, that's a really cool action scene, and I think that it is done really well, as well as all the other action scenes. I mean, it is an action movie, so it's kind of what you expect. But I think they're all really cool and really well done and really well played out. Now, as far as the actual story goes, I'm honestly not a huge fan. I think, I don't think it's supposed to be like as interesting of a story or as meaningful of a story. It kind of, it's an okay story. It's not anything that is like the greatest thing ever. The plot kind of feels a bit like just there to have the story go there at times. And I don't think there's just anything wrong with that because it's more like an action movie than like some crazy story driven thing. It's more driven by the action than the actual like story. So the story isn't really matter that much. It's more about the fun. It's more of an entertaining movie than a um, it's more of an entertaining movie than like huge, amazing philosophical masterpiece, if that makes sense. Also, I think the visual effects are really cool, especially like the map thing that shows up when people are going places. I think that that's a really cool effect. And it's kind of one of those things that like people associate with Indiana Jones. So I think that um, it kind of it's kind of iconic in a way, but it is also a really cool effect, in my opinion, and I think that it works really well. One thing I have to say is that when I finished watching this, it I was kind of like, okay, I'm gonna like go review it, but it didn't really have anything that seemed too like unique about it or interesting or just like overly awesome. And so I was like, I don't really know what I'm gonna say for the review, but I think I'm still able to like get some stuff out of this. So I remember at the scene where Indiana Jones is where they have the Ark of the Covenant and Indiana Jones is saying that he's gonna shoot it if they don't give him Marion. They tell him to shoot it and then he hesitates and doesn't. I remember feeling like, oh, I want him to like shoot it, and then he doesn't end up doing it, and I was like, no. I think that was probably like the scene that I was most into the movie by that point, where I was like, oh, he has to shoot it. I want him to shoot it. It needs to happen because it's like, oh, they could like, I want him to destroy it, but um, in the end, it kind of shows a flaw with him, where it's like he cares a lot about the archaeological finds, not as much, um, I guess, more than people. And I think that's really interesting how, in the end, that kind of gets challenged. Well, I think I'm going to stop the video there. I don't really have much else to say. So, yeah, go ahead and like the video if you want to see more videos like this. Maybe I will do a review of Indiana Jones 2, which is called, uh, oh, yes, Temple of Doom. That's right. And then hit subscribe because it will help support the channel, and also comment down below what your thoughts are. I guess I should go figure out how to get Cademan out of that box. So, oh, I'm getting a call. Charles? What do you mean you're Cademan's Rory? You're protecting his box? Okay, Well, I was actually about to go head over there and figure out a way to get him out. I kind of feel bad. Oh, I don't have to worry about it. Okay, good, because I actually wasn't sure how I was gonna get him out. Yeah. Okay, well, uh, why were you calling? He's recording a video from inside the box. It's popping up on the screen right now, and the video viewer should watch it. What are you talking about? Another video is also popping up on the screen, and they should also hit the subscribe button. Charles, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, well, can you let me know when Caden gets out of the box? 'Cause I feel like I should apologize to him after trapping him in there. Okay, thanks, bye. Well, that was weird. Anyways, guess I'm gonna go start on my next video.